Hey everyone, I'm Henry.
I'm Ian.
And we are Bosh. Welcome back to our brand spanking new studio with the lovely shelves and the lights that we artfully placed around. Do you feel like you're in a kind of golden era Renaissance bar?
I think, yes.
That's
the short answer to that
Renaissance is
question.
wrong though. They wouldn't have had electric lights in the Renaissance.
It feels like we're maybe in the swinging 1920s.
Yeah,
or
the 20s.
The roaring 20s. That's
Would they have had electric lights? Maybe just some electric lights.
They definitely
So
would.
that's where we are. We're in the 20s, but we're not eating like they're in the 20s. And obviously we're doing it without the TB.
No. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the Bish, Bash, Bosh book club. The small mini-series that we are putting together for social media to talk you through this wonderful new book of ours, Bish, Bash, Bosh.
That's a good looking thing.
It certainly is.
Today we want to talk about British classics.
Now, as you probably can tell from our voices, we are both British and we like British food and we've been brought up on it. But British food usually is very, very heavy with meat or fish.
So we've basically tried to pull out the meat and fish from those classics, but recreate the flavors. In fact, the whole title of this cookbook is Your Favorites, All Plants.
Things like fish fingers is something that we used to love, like just rustling up. It's Saturday afternoon, you've just woken up and you just think, right, cup of tea, fish finger sandwich with maple.
Look how good that looks. We've essentially created fish fingers out of tofu. We've paired it with classic tartar sauce. So you've got that gorgeous vegan mayonnaise, capers, lemon juice, all the flavors of the sea. The fish fingers are wrapped in a gorgeous crispy golden breadcrumb. And of course, because we're from Yorkshire, you've got green mashy peas, which go perfectly in this indulgent, simple sandwich.
Mini mushroom pies. Pie. Who doesn't love a pie? Pie is a fantastic meal because you just get all the good stuff and you pop it inside the pastry and you put the lid on top of the pastry and then you pop the pastry pie in the oven and then you bake it and out comes this wonderful golden nugget and you chop into it and all of this wonderful warm flavour just falls out of it and it goes really well with chips and it goes really well with peas and it goes really well on a Sunday afternoon when you've been at the football and it's cold and you need something warm and this is a wonderful dish.
It's a pub classic.
It certainly is.
Next up, the pulled jackfruit sandwich. Look at that. That is an absolute banger. Essentially, this harks back to my younger days. We'd go over the road on a Friday lunchtime and go and have a pulled pork sandwich with crackling applesauce right in a bap. Now, we don't eat meat anymore, but those things still tasted great. So we've recreated that flavor using jackfruit. In this, we pull the jackfruit, we make it really flavorsome with a special combination of just a few herbs and spices. We combine it with applesauce, and we make carrot crackling. This is gorgeous, we love it, you're gonna love it too.
My personal favourite, which is shepherd's pie. Shepherd's pie is...
Just look how good that looks. Look at that.
In the winter months, in autumnal months, this is a dish that you just can't beat. It's got potato, which is filling and nutritious. It's got all of that wonderful, deep kind of meaty sauce here, but obviously we're not using meat, we're using mushrooms. This is the perfect meal for a cold evening.
Bosh bangers with mash and a quick onion gravy. That is, it's like a hug in a dish. The gravy's great on its own, you can use it with anything else. It really is really quick, but those bangers are spectacular. They have a little bit of seitan in there. So, you know, we've started to delve a little bit more into the world of seitan in this book, and it gives these bangers an extra meaty flavor. This isn't just some kind of blended up veggie sausage type affair. These taste super duper meaty. The mash is creamy and the onion gravy is incredible. You feel like you're in a pub eating this dish.
It's so true. There's one more dish that
Can you remember what it is?
I can remember what it is. It's the Victoria sponge cake. Cake. Who doesn't like cake? What is the king? What is the queen of cakes?
The queen of cake. It's not the king, is it?
Yeah.
It's the queen.
The queen of cake.
Queen Victoria.
Is the classic Victoria sponge. And obviously the classic Victoria sponge usually is not vegan. So we developed a recipe that is 100% vegan and 100% delicious. Here it is, look at that.
Yeah.
The food styling on this is arguably the most beautiful photo in the whole book. Now, obviously there's a lot of kind of arguments about jam.
What are these arguments about jam?
The arguments about jam when it comes to Victoria sponges is there's two options. The first option is strawberry. The second option is raspberry. What is your favourite? My personal favourite, raspberry all day
I would go raspberry, always raspberry.
But some people are like, no, strawberry is the one.
Well, they're bonkers.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think in the comments. They are our British classics, and this has been another episode of the Bish Bash Bosh Book Club.
The book is available to pre-order right now. It comes out on the 4th of April, and there are some recipes in that book that could potentially change your life.
Your favourites, all plants, Bish Bash Bosh. We'd love you to get a copy, and if you are in London, come have a party with us on the 4th of April, where we'll be celebrating the launch of this book and doing a live Bosh video.
Bish
Bash Bosh!